I will leave this here. So, what makes a human being human? Please stay in the room. This is not a philosophical presentation. I'm just showing you the labubus. So, is it the fact that we think we can solve problems, we can, for no apparent reason, send a car to Mars? No. We have technology right now or in the near future that can do that. And, sorry, I'm old. And we don't need it. So there are a lot of things that makes us human, obviously. Some, the DNA sequence, and so on and so forth. One of them is our ability to build, how many are there? Come on. The ability to build bridges. And not London bridges. Bridges, can you hold that? Thank you. Bridges between our minds and, you want to take a photo, sorry. Welcome. Between our minds and the minds of our managers, the minds of our engineers, the minds of our commercial person, of our marketing. So this is more or less what can make us human. I have around 15 minutes to 20. Bear with me. Then you will participate because I have Labubu. This is how I'm going to lure you into participating in my role-play game. Initially, I thought of a chocolate, but that sounded creepy. So I took an advice from a colleague of mine, and I brought an even creepier thing, Labubu. So let's talk about me. Throughout my career, I was part or I witnessed discussions like, I was in a customer, he wanted a source code audit in an IBM proprietary something with a language called Ajax or something like that. So I went to ask my engineer if he can help me better understand what the customer needs, because in some cases you need to exclude part or parts of the code because you don't need to actually review it. So I knock the door. I'm going to throw this. I knock the door, and I'm like, please, can you help me? He looks at me like he just came out of Mordor, and he says, no, this is not my job. And I'm like, whose job is it? You understand how the whole dialogue went afterwards. I was in a meeting with Jon Snow and a Lannister. Jon Snow was a customer, Lannister was my engineer. And the context was to present the results of a cybersecurity assessment. And the discussion started after the introductions with my engineer stating, I'm going to tell that in English and then in Greek, sorry for the English-speaking people. You are doomed. You are going to get hacked in the next 2 minutes. And in Greek, the expression was, είστε τρίπιοι. Απορώ πως δεν σας έχουν φάει ακόμα. So, I'm sorry, I couldn't do the proper translation. As you can imagine, the nothing Jon Snow face didn't help that conversation. And finally, these discussions are very interesting. We have the cybersecurity engineer telling the software engineer that they are doing it all wrong. We should have soundtrack music here, wrong by, yeah, no. And more or less that was the discussion. So let's start. Let's talk about the great divide that leads to no conquer at all. And I will start with my favorite subject. And let the battles begin. We have the engineer, cybersecurity, obviously. AI did a very good job with that. And the business person, management, a customer. What do the engineers want? To build something right. What does the business need? to build the right thing. These two sound alike, but they are completely different. So what we have here is the gap, where the technical specification diverges completely from what the business actually needs. How do we do that? We talk jargon, acronyms, we are talking about APIs, we are talking about whatever, no one understands us. We have the assumed knowledge and biases. There were at least two workshops today about this. I think that these were very interesting, exactly to address this matter, where when a customer asks for a button, I just would need a button. The end user will click it, and then we'll have this and that. They don't understand the response. This is very complex. And still they want it now. We have vague requirements. I need something that is fast and user-friendly. No one understands what that means. What is the end? Who is the end customer, the end user? And what is fast? And finally, the different definitions of done, especially in the software development. Is it code done, or do we have the approval? Do we have the user acceptance? You understand where I'm going to with that. So the result is, I need a beer in most of these discussions. Or, so what? It is what it is. But it's not. It's not like that. Because the result is project failures and the unbalanced state of features vs value. Because we have teams that cannot understand, or they don't have the proper translator. They're not bad. No one talks in their own language and vice versa. And from the other hand, we have a product that no one will use. Frustration and on and so on. Let's go with another fight. Place your bets. Engineering vs customer. So the customer needs to have answers about what and when. The engineers need to know how and why. So they are speaking, again, two different languages. There are the engineers and the customeries, or whatever. Again, we have jargons, we have my favorite cybersecurity, talking in CVSS scores. This is 9.1 critical. Okay, what's the difference between 9.1 and 9.4 if I only read it on my Jira? Assume knowledge again. They don't understand what is a complex, what is simple, and the customer believes that the engineer understands their strategy or their end game. And finally, the conflicting priorities. We have customers that need to go to market, and we have engineers that, cybersecurity, software security engineers, that want to prepare a good product, a right product, with the code quality and the security that they need. So hold my beer, I'm going to grab my sword, but so what? It is what it is. It's okay. Again, it's not. We have a total project failure by the end of the day. We have wasted budget and rework. There were various research around, but I didn't trust the sources. But the number that they were mentioning for the rework time during a development life cycle was between 35 and 60. This is too much. The failure to deliver the right product again. And finally, losing trust. We have everyone in the corner, not speaking to each other, because everything is frustrated around that. And the final battle, we have the cybersecurity engineer talking to the software engineer. These are very good discussions. We have the software engineer that needs to move fast. And we have the cybersecurity that is all about staying safe. The perception of cybersecurity input during the software development lifecycle is that this is a blocker. Again, they are talking in their own ways. And so we have the speed conflict. And another very important aspect to mention is the tooling conflict. The software engineers have their own tools. The business people have their own tools, Excel or emails. And the cybersecurity have, again, their own. And all of this, they don't talk to each other. Even the tools don't talk the same language. So we have situation discussions like get out, enough. But by the end of the day, this is a very conflicting relationship. And the result is the impact on the product, business, morale, breaches, major breaches, and besides the project delays, which are obvious, we have the blame culture. This is not my fault, but they don't try to resolve the thing. No, they are trying to find someone to blame. This doesn't help. And the worst part of all, again the soundtrack with the drum roll, okay, you won't be surprised, is the human cost. And by human cost, I mean besides our psychology, besides our frustration, companies losing their teams losing their people. And this is what is happening currently in all the companies with technology. And it's not the engineer's fault. Obviously, we are talking about misalignment with the management. There are a lot of reasons. The human cost, so we have these three basic results. Now, although I started my presentation, what is human, I'm going to say that we are all animals, different animals. We need to understand, though, our differences, because we belong to the same zoo. Yes, I should start what is animal. So, with the help of AI, I'm going to have various animals with a sign, providing some solution. This is not a solution. The whole human language requires a strategic approach. I'm just going to throw some suggestions while there are many others. We need automation and integration with the tools, with everything. If we cannot automate our everyday life, especially in this era, we do have a problem, and we will still have problems. Bilingual translators. Yes, we need them. If we cannot speak the same language, if we cannot have subtitles, we need a person to stand in between the two groups and do the translation. It's simple. In some cases, this is called pre-sales. In other cases, project manager. In other cases, I don't know. Shift left. We use this concept mainly for cybersecurity. But it's not only about cybersecurity. Before we start developing something, we need to have all the requirements. The business, the customers, the cybersecurity, everyone's, before we start any implementation. Otherwise, we have the frustration again. Very important thing, the cross-business collaboration. We all have big tables and offices. We can have 5 people sitting in the same room and on the same table, just discussing. It's very important, and I'm furious about that because it usually doesn't happen. Finally, we need a common vision. I have the lion here because this represents somehow the management, which is everything. If someone does not provide the proper input, the vision, the mission of the company, everyone will understand that, oh, no, my role is to deliver the project. The cybersecurity will say, my role is to stop the development. Both of them need to actually deliver the project, the code, whatever it is. Now, I was fast. I have 25 minutes. And I'm going to try and run with you 3 different scenarios. So I have 2 microphones, 6 labubus, and I want your help. Just to run these scenarios, I will explain later. And the point is to understand if we can actually manage to communicate. If we try, So, for the first scenario, there is a commercial director, or officer, whatever, talking to the CTO of a cloud provider. The CTO, prepared for the past 1.5 years, developed a solution called Open Cloud, which is an AI, and he believes in it because it will bring competitive advantage to the company, and most of all, he doesn't want to sell cloud services anymore because he is bored also. He or she, for everything from now on, he, she, it. I'm not going to define to say something about that again. So what does the CTO need? He wants the commercial to sell his, her, it solution. And the commercial wants to sell fast, don't delay, don't have any obstacle between the customer and him. So if he suggests, okay, you have a cloud, I can give you a cloud solution, whatever, and I can also provide this. Sometimes during a sales cycle, this just causes trouble. So this is the situation. I briefly described it to you. What I would like from you is 2 people. One will be the CTO. The CTO should just present the situation to the commercial. I've spent 1.5 years developing this, and you don't understand, you know the story. And the commercial will get to the point that no one wants that. There are too many solutions out there already, or we have a proprietary solution, no one will trust it. I want this dialogue, but with a twist that you want to find the solution. You will need to find a middle ground to that. Okay, I will have the blue Labubu and the, I don't know what color is this, and this Labubu. I don't know, it's greeny. Who wants to come? Not come, no. I will bring the microphones. Come on. Please, here. What Labubu do you need? And I need another one. Come on, please. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
What is your name?
Lefteris.
Yes, Lefteris.
Τάσος.
Tasso? Who?
CTO.
Who? CTO?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Uh-huh. And you are the commercial.
All right.
So you have about 5 to 7 minutes to find the solution. Again, the structure is just describe the situation and please try to find the solution. This is it.
Okay. Shall we kick it off?
All right, so I think we can have a start. Sorry, what's your name again?
Τάσος.
Tasso, sorry. So Tasso, I'm really glad that you have built Open Cloud. It's really cool, but unfortunately I think that we need to drop it. We need to drop this and change our strategy because it doesn't make...
I think...
Well, from strategic perspective, we should go on another way.
I think we need to discuss strategy a little more because I think we cannot just drop it like this. The team has been working on it for the past 1-2 years. We are using state-of-the-art technology. Nothing you have seen it before. I think it's a very competitive product, and I think it can create a lot of revenue. Let's discuss it a little more, and let's try to find out a common ground over here.
Well, I don't say that it's not a good thing. It's not. You build it right, but is it the right thing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
From business perspective, what kind of value does it give?
I think that it's a cloud service, an open cloud service. We are utilizing latest state-of-the-art AI technology that can do everything for you, minimum configuration, and I think is, strictly speaking, a futuristic cloud, I would say, because it's totally managed, totally fully managed. Every single thing is managed. It's nothing that you can find anywhere else. And I think this can bring a lot of value to the customer and a lot of revenue to us.
Well, I see it the other way. So the revenue actually might decrease going with the open cloud solution. I would think that this brings some fear to the clients, and maybe we will lose some of them.
I think we should bring it to the client's attention and maybe try to get some feedback. Let's not rush any decision right now. We have put a lot into it, and I think it's worth trying to get some preliminary feedback from potential customers before we make any solid decision.
Sure, but the thing, what's the point of this? We've built something, we've invested on something, and if we keep investing on that, what will be the actual value on it? Because the client has actually never asked it. So will it become somehow give revenue? How is it? Profitable for us?
Yeah, let me tell you that the client never asked for cloud in the first place, but once they saw the cloud, they all went crazy about it, and now they are all in the cloud, and they all want to be in the cloud. Believe me, in a few years, everyone will want to be on open cloud.
All right, so I hear you. Maybe we should sit down and see what are the options. Maybe we'll figure out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to get with sales together and explain the situation and try to see whether we can do some early demos to any potential customers and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh,
I think we haven't figured out a solution.
No.
We agreed to continue the discussion.
Thank you so much. That was brilliant. This is a default discussion, actually. There were some suggestions, though. From the commercial side, there should be more. Like, I don't know, we will give it for free to a customer for 2 months, something, so that he is happy. You are happy. I don't know, I'm just
that's
dropping.
A good idea, yeah. I prefer the CTO role in this case.
I know.
I would give more advantages from that side. So, yeah, I'm not very...
No, that's why it was perfect. Because usually, when you are in the situation of the commercial and you visit a customer every day, and you say, no, I don't want that, I have that from whatever, and then you need arguments. So you either take your CTO with you to do a proper presentation, or you need to have a thorough discussion of all the scenarios that you hear, the feedback from the customer that you already have, debug it together, and you go. Mm-hmm. This is one solution. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, this is very good. This is my favorite. The customer with the cybersecurity engineer talking. Again, the customer has a production freeze time frame. The cybersecurity engineer just communicated a very catastrophic vulnerability in customer's product. And by the way, this is an external cybersecurity engineer. And it's a huge difference. If the engineer is an internal asset, there won't be any discussion. But since they are paying him as an external party, they may sit on the same table. So we have this situation. There is a remote execution vulnerability. They will die because the warehouse management system is completely vulnerable and non-resilient. So the cybersecurity engineer says that I need 2 hours in the next 24 hours, and the feedback from the customer is no. There is no production freeze at this point. I have a green Labubu and a gray Labubu and 2 microphones. Δημήτρη, έτσι και εθελοντικά μιλώντας. Δώσε στον κύριο το γκρι Λαμπουμπού. Το πράσινο θα πάρεις με το ροζ ποπουδάκι. So let the battle begin. You have 5 minutes.
Who am I?
I will take the cybersecurity engineer if you don't. I'm here.
What is your background?
I'm a DevOps engineer now, but I was making also security analysis, so I know a little something.
I know your background. Let the battle begin. Again, excuse me. We need a solution.
Yeah, sure. So, what's the point? What's the problem?
We've made a security analysis of your whole infrastructure, and we found that any unauthenticated user can get access. It can make an SQL injection to your database, to your WMS system, and can, besides that, it can execute a code that is not appropriate. We need to remediate, and we need to fix immediately.
I still don't understand where's the problem.
For example, a problem, for example, I will tell you exactly. You have a warehouse management system. Any user can get inside the system and it can change the quantity of your stock, quantity of your items. For example, if a quantity of some items, it is 100 or 1,000, it can drop it to 0, or it can be to 1 million. And then you can have orders. Anyone can order anything to up 1 million and you don't have the quantity. It's very serious.
It is, yes. That's serious. I understand now it's serious. And what can I do to avoid this?
2 hours of downtime.
We need to have downtime. We need to fix it. We need to patch it immediately. And this, of course, it will affect the site. We need to have it a drop down in order for the fix.
Well, it's Black Friday period and cannot tolerate to be down for 2 hours. It will cost me thousands of euros.
It will cost you thousands of euros, this one, but if this vulnerability goes broad, be known, it can go and change even the values of the products. It can go and anyone can go and buy stuff for free. I have seen this done. They can all even have free coupons, and they can have discounts, free discounts for everyone. This can be a nightmare. What do you prefer, to lose some bucks or to lose everything?
Now I'm really frightened. Okay. Can we do it on some time of the day that we don't have very much traffic on our site?
I guess we can do it at late nights, maybe after midnight. We can maybe do it in a, if it is, we can
This
drop.
means in 8 or 10 hours from now. Are we in danger of having an attack during this period?
If we will have the system down, no, of course, because the system is going to be down, we're going to have a problem then. But maybe we can have, a rolling updates. We can, update some of the clusters, so we can have some of the pods inside the cluster, and so we can have, let's say, mitigate the danger. But of course, it's a risk that we need to decide together.
Okay. Do you think that you can do these updates in less than 2 hours? So we'll be down, let's say, 1 hour and a half or something. Is there any other way to do it? You are the expert, I mean.
We can do our best. I cannot give you a promise that it can be like in 2 hours, but
Yes.
I think, let's say, the time frame I give you, it's like 4 to 6 hours. But we can do our best to do it as in the minimum time required.
Okay, let's do it after rush hour. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, guys, this was perfect. Thank you so much. You managed to find a solution. Yes.
Excuse me, in all this situation, I wanted to ask something. Why in this implementation we hadn't thought about redundancy and working in parallel while patching. The first of
They
all.
they could do that.
They could do that redundancy, and maybe the redundancy, or let's say the backup, would work with some restrictions.
No,
Just to figure out such cases of
no,
vulnerability.
they said that they will be down for 2 hours. They don't say, mention any DR or something that we could use. We could work for some time with low
With low-
traffic.
with low-
It was not mentioned to me. It said that okay, must be down. So this is the.
There are
You-
a lot of ways to address this, either by negotiating the time frame or discussing with the people from the infrastructure as to understand if there is a redundant
Yes,
system that they can use and everything.
Make it work in the redundant system, but maybe with some
Yes.
fewer features, but it will work.
Of course.
For that 2 hours or 6 hours.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's why, exactly, thank you for taking the microphone. We need more people in these discussions. We need, because maybe the cybersecurity engineer is not aware of the redundancy, or maybe they can, I don't know, chunk this whole thing into mini updates. There are solutions.
Actually, I mentioned it a little bit. If
Yes.
you had in a cluster, in the EKS cluster, for the rolling update, we can update the pods slowly. Exactly. But this doesn't mitigate the risk, because some pods are going to be secure, some other pods are not going to be secure. So, but this is a risk that we need to. That I have already
We have a risk
proposed
we have
this
to take,
to.
We have to accept.
In your communications, I saw that you talked to him with your very, very technical language, and he
Yes.
wasn't-
That's why I
he
said
couldn't
I
understood.
still don't
That's
understand.
why he managed it.
Of course, I understood, but
I
that's
don't
why.
know.
Very, very nice.
That's why I said,
So-
you had to say, oh my God, you have to lose money. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's
This
the
is
language.
the problem.
This is a bilingual
I know.
translator.
Yes, this.
So the next one, the purple and blue, head of product development with the product security engineer. So you can take the labubus, thank you. So we have this situation where suddenly the head of product, she needs sign off from cybersecurity as to go live. The cybersecurity, the product engineer says that no, we cannot move forward because this is a critical finding. And the response, the situation, to be precise, is the fact that the product development owner, officer, everything, doesn't understand how come, although they are using this feature is online for the past 8 months, 18, I don't know, 15 months, it was not critical till now, and how come it's critical now? And then the product engineer says, yes, but right now this application is going to have a direct payment integration. So we need to be, to follow the whole PCI DSS requirements, be compliant with the data security policy of the company. Let's fight. Two other,
Which one am I?
you choose. What is your background?
Software engineer. So better to be product.
Yeah.
It will be fun.
No. You will be the security one.
Okay.
What is your name, please?
Maciek.
Nice to meet you. You are going to be the product security. Who is going to be the engineer? Who is not an engineer? I'm not going to narrow it. Do you want? Perfect. The microphone to the lady. So I want you to find a solution. As you understand, in most of the cases, both of them are right. But we need to reach in a conclusion. You have, unfortunately, 4 minutes.
What's your name?
I'm Vicky.
Vicky, there is a slight problem. You know, I've just read that European Union introduced new law that starting from tomorrow, we need to implement some kind of compliance fix, and we can't use our payments starting tomorrow. I hope it's okay.
Is it something mandatory? Do we have to implement it immediately?
It appears that is the case.
Okay. and how can we do it? How long will it take?
To fix it,
Yes.
I'm not sure. I would have to talk to the backend guys. You know, they are busy and lousy, and you never know. So to fix it, it's probably months.
Months. Okay, that sounds a bit terrifying. Will we have something very new on this whole product, or will we have we will include it in the setup?
No. It's just business as usual. It's just the law has changed, apparently, and apparently we missed it, and we are now half a year behind the schedule to fix it.
Okay, how many resources do we want?
I mean, it doesn't matter because fixing it, it's still months, and we'll need to close the business. Actually, I have an idea. Maybe, what do you think about using an external payment provider that's compliant?
Okay. Are you telling this to me to pay something more?
You know, it's not your money. And the alternative is that we'll close out the business.
Okay, does the European Union support this and gives money for that?
Yes, of course.
No, of course not.
Oh,
They just
no.
imposed the law.
Oh, so I really do have to pay, yeah?
Yeah, but it's not really your money. I mean, I made some simulations. It will take us. It will increase our personnel costs by 3% because of switching to the new provider. Of course, it will lower our margins significantly, but the alternative is closing the business.
Okay. I suppose I can trust you.
Yeah, I'm a security guy, so I know the money.
Of
very
course.
well.
No. Okay. Let's do the you thing.
This was brilliant. Thank you.
My problem with this is that law shouldn't change that quickly. I know even in very unstable countries it doesn't happen. So it means that probably I screwed up a year ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, probably. Do you know what? Let's start with that. Do you know what the problem is? That when the management decided to go with a payment, add the payment feature, no one knew, or no one translated that, no one told the cybersecurity. So this is why this happened.
Yeah, so let's blame management. That's great.
Yes, of course, we can do that.
I
No
always
one's
I
here.
always blame the user.
So thank you all so much for your participation. The lessons learned from all of this, and I have 1 minute, almost 2, is we can hear the different language. We can hear, obviously, these are not valid examples. But if our aim is to give a solution, then we change our language, or we ask again, can we add more resources? Like you said, you proposed, you then counter-suggested another thing. So that made sense, as long as the discussion was not, why didn't you do that 15 months ago? Or, yeah, you understand. Excuse me? Yeah. So, thank you so much for your participation. Thank you.